Hi everyone, Miss Daly here. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. I wanted to create a resource for you so that you understood how to use some of the features that you will be seeing on your math worksheets coming up soon here. This will not take place until after spring break, so you have about a week or two to get adjusted to Google Classroom. But some of the worksheets you might see from math will have you using a feature called drag and drop. So I'm going to show you how to use drag and drop quickly here. On this worksheet, you will see my directions at the top say, drag the numbers shown in each box. And my first one says, drag 3 Kit Kats. So I'm going to go down here. On your worksheets, you will see objects such as squares, triangles, circles, lots of different shapes. For the purposes of this video, we're going to use some really fun objects that me, Miss Jones, and Miss Laughlin all really love. So we need to drag 3 Kit Kats. In order to drag the Kit Kat, scroll right over it, click and hold down. Make sure you're holding down so that you have it stuck, it's glued to your mouse, and then go ahead and move your other finger and you'll see that it moves along with it. If you were to let go, it wouldn't go anywhere. So make sure that you're dragging it and bring it right up to your box. All right. You will see that blue box around it. Just to make that go away, you click right outside of the document and it'll go away just fine. All right, we have 3 Kit Kats. I only have 1, so we need 2 more. So I click, hold down, and I'm gonna drag with my other finger. All right, to make that blue box go away, just click right outside, and I need 1 more. Click, hold down, and drag with my other finger. Okay. Now, there will be many cases where you will have extra Kit Kats or the pile will still have a lot of objects left over. That's okay. If it asks for 3 Kit Kats or 3 triangles or 3 squares, you will only need the 3, even if there are some left over. Let's say that I dragged an extra one on accident. If I were to drag that extra one and I wanted to make it go away, there are 2 things you can do. The first thing you can do is drag it right back down to the pile. The second thing you can do is you can just click and hit the backspace button on your keyboard. Boom, gone. Okay. Next, it says drag 5 foxes. So I go down to my objects, I see my foxes, I click and hold down, keep holding down as I drag my other finger to the box and then let go. I release. All right, I need 5 boxes. I only have 1. I need 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoops! I have 6 boxes and I only need the 5. I'm gonna go ahead, either bring it back down to my pile, or just go ahead and press the backspace button. All right, we'll do 1 more. I need to drag 7 puppies. All right, I see my puppies down here. This is my object. I'm gonna click, hold down, and drag all the way back over and release. All right. One thing to note when you are dealing with objects and having to drag and drop, make sure that when you are dragging, they are not overlapping each other. If this were to happen with objects such as in rows or in columns, it would be really hard to figure out where one ends and one begins, and you could be getting that answer wrong. So make sure that when you are dragging and dropping, you're leaving enough space to know where that separation is. All right, so I can clearly see there are 2 puppies here. Let's keep going. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It got a little tight on there. These are pretty big puppies. All right, so if I need some extra space, I can go ahead and move some down. And there we go. All right, so I now have 7 puppies. Again, if I had that extra one, I can either just drag it right back down to the pile, or I can, of course, bring it back up to the top. All right, another thing too is that, or I meant just press the backspace button, sorry, okay. Another thing too with these worksheets is sometimes they can be zoomed out pretty large and it's kind of hard to read it. I know sometimes I have to zoom in pretty close. So if you ever need to zoom into a document, one thing you can do is right up here, there's a little magnifying glass, and if you go right over it, it'll say zoom. You can either click on that zoom button, it'll turn yellow, come right back to the page, click, and it'll zoom in for you. All right, that makes it a little bit clearer. The only tricky thing is that you would have to scroll all the way down. Oops, this is what's tricky about technology. Zoom out. Okay. You would have to zoom all the way down and then it wouldn't let you go back up. So it might be tricky that way, but if you ever need to zoom in and maybe read instructions, that might be helpful to use that zoom in or zoom out tool. All right.